Howdy there, folks. Got a lot of people obviously asking me about Voyager. Are they going bankrupt? What's going to happen in this situation? And Voyager is a company that has millions of customers from last I checked, like literally millions. And so a lot of people are obviously wondering. They saw what happened with Celsius. They saw what happened with BlockFi. Voyager announced that basically they're pausing all withdrawals, all transfers, all those sorts of things, right? And so if all you want to hear is the answer and not my explanation, the answer is probably. Voyager is probably going under. Keyword is probably. So let me explain kind of what's going on here, essentially. So there's a hedge fund, essentially, which owes Voyager like over $600 million. Now, that particular hedge fund just announced bankruptcy, essentially. So Voyager is likely going to be out over $600 million, and we'll see what happens with those bankruptcy proceedings and whatnot. But likely Voyager could be out $600 million in a situation. Now, Voyager does not have $600 million of cash just sitting around their balance sheet. Last time I checked, it was over $100 million, but that's not $600 million, so we're coming up short. Now, FTX just recently put up a bunch of collateral to try to help out Voyager in this situation, but there's still a shortfall there. Based upon my math, it's still a couple $100 million, okay? So now, in order for Voyager not to go under, there's a couple things that could transpire here that could save Voyager from bankruptcy. These things are, one is if the stock price started going up like crazy. It's like a 30-cent stock right now, okay? Now, why would the stock go up like crazy? Well, this wouldn't be the first time a situation like this happened. Actually, this is what saved GameStop. This is what saved AMC. This is what saved a lot of stocks, honestly, over the past year. Now, the problem is we're in a very different market right now. But on the flip side, it's not out of the realm of possibility to imagine a situation like that happens. Here's why. There's a lot of crypto players with a lot of money. If those crypto players decide to put put a stake in the sand and say, we're not letting Voyager go under, they could either, one, help out Voyager literally with collateral and things like that, or they could simply buy up the stock, buy it like crazy, right? Stock goes up and up and up and up. The more it goes up, the more it's going to attract more attention, the more it attracts more people. And then also Voyager's in a situation where they could actually raise capital if their stock price went high enough, which is crazy to think, but it's not crazy to think because this is the only reason CCL is still around. This is the only reason that AMC made it through. This is the only reason like GameStop and those companies have made it through is literally because they were able to raise a bunch of money because their stock prices just went up a bunch in the short term. They kind of became like meme stocks and things like that. So that's a potential for Voyager. But I think in order to get that started, I think big crypto money would have to come in. I think it would have to be some of the big crypto players that have a lot of money in that space that basically don't want to see Voyager go under because it's going to be such a huge black eye for the crypto industry for potentially years to go in the future. We already had Celsius. We already got what's going on with BlockFi. But the thing is, Voyager is the biggest of those companies. Voyager has millions of customers. Voyager is a company that, was that 6-9 months ago was just doing, a deal with Mark Cuban and the Dallas Mavericks. So, we're talking about this is a different level now at this point in time. Voyager is actually a public company, right? And unfortunately, I've invested in that stock, and I'm out like probably $300K, and I've already written off that amount in my head. Maybe it works out and they don't go under, and that money comes back. But I've already kind of like written that off in my head. Essentially, I'm holding all my shares, and if it goes to zero, it goes to zero. But that's the situation. It's a probably unless crypto decides, there's a lot of big players with a lot of money. And for those players to come in and bid that stock up, it wouldn't take much because the market cap's so small at this point in time. I think it's like a mini cap now. I don't even know if they have it updated here. It's less than $100 million market cap now, which is crazy to think. Like Voyager, just like 6 to 9 months ago, was one of the top apps in the entire finance category on iOS and Android. The growth was ridiculous at this company. And to see it at less than $100 million market cap is just crazy. So, if big money in crypto space draws a line in the sand and then all of a sudden it gets momentum, next thing you know, it's $4, $5, $6, $7. And the type of people that would be attracted to this are the crypto folks. Because, you're looking at this and it's like 30 cents and you're like, oh, let's go to $3 and I 10x my money. And it doesn't take a lot of money. And we know there's a lot of crypto money that's on the sideline right now, right? Based upon all the sellouts that have been going on. I don't mean sellout in like a negative tone or anything like that. I'm just saying like, it's clear like there's been a lot of selling pressure on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and things like that. So the answer is they're probably going under, but it's not 100% certain. They haven't filed bankruptcy. That fund filed bankruptcy, and we'll see what happens. And I'll update you guys if there's any material information that comes out. We'll see if Steve has anything to say, the CEO of the company. You know, he always gave us his word that, you know, they weren't, you know, risking the money to dangerous players and things like that. And then we get this situation. So, you know, it sucks. And we'll see. We'll see. Time will tell. So, but just want to update you guys on that. It is what it is. Much love and have a great day. Let me know what you think. Are they going under, or you think they're going to get a bailout? I would love to hear from you guys.